So hi everyone. So hi everyone. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey Jackie.
Hi.
Hey Claudia.
Hi, Claudette.
Hi,
Is
how
it
are you?
Claudette?
Claudia.
Claudette.
Claudia.
Claudia. Okay.
Claudia.
How is everyone doing today?
Good.
Good.
That's good. Thanks for joining me. I see Veron is joining me, so that's good. How was your day, Jackie?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't stressful at all. Changing job is good.
I know. That's good.
Yeah, it
That's
was
good.
good. A little bit tired, but hey.
I know. I know. All right, Veron, thanks for joining me, my dearie. You're on mute.
Good night. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
All right.
That's good. All right. How is Grenada? Is it a lot of rain down there?
Yeah, we got a lot of rain.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Are we at the same time? Is it 8 o'clock there right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't sure. So when you asked me, I wasn't really sure. So good. Good stuff. All right. So thanks, ladies, for joining me. I'll see who else is gonna join us tonight. I sent out the email. Maybe the email might come through in a bit. Yes or no. I just kind of wanted to connect, just to connect. Just like I said, so on chat. We won't stay long. Just to kind of sew and chat. I didn't give any alert in Facebook, so I don't know if anyone's gonna join me from my Facebook page or from my YouTube channel because I didn't even give any alert. It was just through my email. But all the same, if one person, oh yeah, I see someone else joining. So whether one person show up or many people show up, class gonna go on, the show gonna still go on. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. Awesome. So as we know, sometimes when I connect here or someone come on and they drop off, so that's okay. So if anyone is watching me or if anyone is on Facebook or wherever you're watching me from and you want to join, I didn't put the link, but if you are in my email list, you should be able to get the link and you could definitely join us on Zoom. We're just kind of gonna get to know each other tonight, and if anyone have any question to ask me, we could definitely see how we can answer the question tonight. And I also want to encourage everyone to keep sewing because I know we are all in the sewing niche together. We all love sewing, and I love connecting with sewing buddies. So there you go. Thanks, guys, for joining me tonight. So I don't know if anyone want to introduce themselves. That's how we go. Just say hi. Just say where you're connecting with us from. I at least I know everyone here, so which is really cool. I'll see if anyone else join us. But yeah, the floor is open. Just say hi. We're just gonna chit chat tonight. If not much people join, we wouldn't stay a full hour. But I just wanted to connect in general. And next time I'll do more advertisement. To be honest with you, I wasn't feeling that good. You could hear by my voice, so I wasn't really feeling happy go. Maybe I'll do more advertisement next time, so I will get more sewing bodies to connect with us itself. So thank you guys for joining me. So Claudia, Jackie, anyone, you guys could just introduce yourself and then we're gonna go around the table in general. So I think I see Jackie first in my eyes. So there you go.
Hi. Jack, you were from Brampton.
Okay, short and sweet. All right. So Jackie, do you have a sewing machine? So let me ask you a question now.
Yeah, I do. But I haven't been doing any sewing honestly because I need to get supplies. I don't have any material. I don't have any like rulers and stuff. I've
Okay.
been watching a lot of videos, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got anything yet. I need to go to the material store and stuff. I don't even know what to buy honestly. When I go in there, there's just too much,
Right,
and
yeah.
so it's just like I walk out because it's like I don't know what lining to get, what
Mm-hmm.
interfaces to get. I don't know all of that because I
Mm-hmm.
said I'll wait until class. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, because but I haven't been only the one bag that I made at home.
Okay.
But yeah,
All right. So
other than the one that we made in class. But
absolutely. Okay,
yeah, but
good, good.
I honestly I haven't been doing this. The machine is there, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to go on, but I don't have anything to sew. I don't
Mm.
have any material, so.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
At least, so Jackie's an active student in our class. I think Claudia know her very well. So just for Veron in general, so Veron, she's one of our in studio student. Just to kind of give you an update in general. So she don't have anything to show now, but eventually, I mean, she actually, you know what, Jack, you know, I need to share this screen. So for those on Zoom, I think I have Jackie on my thing here. I think. Let me just see here. So we'll see the nice little cute bag she made. And Jackie, have you gone to the grocery store with your bag already?
No, I'm going to take it to class. I changed my mind. I'll put my thing. Yeah, I won't take it to grocery. It's too nice.
It's too nice. You're too funny.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's
I
all
agree with you. Don't
Yeah.
set it up with no grocery.
Exactly. I'll bring it to class and my supplies.
good. No
Of
problem.
course.
Yeah, actually, just it's a cool bag for supply. So this is Jackie's nice little bag. Even the fabric I like. This is Jackie here with her bag. Everyone can see it, right? There you go. All right. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Good stuff. Thank you, Jackie. All righty. So, Veron, I'll put you next on the hot seat. Just, say something nicely. Um, Unmute yourself. Let us know you have actually sent me. So someone else is joining us. I'm gonna get the person on. You actually send me something to Facebook. Let me just pull up my Facebook page here, because Veron have been sending me. Veron, I didn't get time. I want to post them on my Instagram page and on Facebook, but I just didn't get the time. That's the only thing. I just keep on telling you it's nice, it's pretty, but I haven't get the time. Sorry. Actually, I was calling you. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna put Veron, but let me just share some of the stuff she's been sending me to Facebook. Veron again was one of my beginner online students. As many of you know, she's in Grenada. So this was a last skirt she made. And I see you make hair bonnets. Okay, all right, that's good. So this is a dress you make. So Veron, you make the pattern for that dress, right? Just making sure. Just curious. Huh?
No, I didn't.
You didn't make the pattern?
No.
Was it the pattern you make from our class, or you use or artificial pattern? I mean, a commercial pattern.
No, I did it freehand.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. You actually we teach you how to make patterns. It's the same thing as freehand. So you draw it. That's what I mean. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So basically, before, would you do that freehand? That's my question.
No.
Right. So basically, because how I teach you with the pattern drafting, once you know how to make a pattern, is equivalent to doing it freehand. It's the exact same thing. So now you know, right? Now you know how to draft the pattern on a pattern paper, and exactly you could do it freehand on the fabric as well. Pretty much is identical. Some student may ask me, why don't I just teach? Why don't you not teach freehand? Well, if I teach you freehand, you don't have a pattern, to go by. But if I teach you pattern, then you know both pattern and freehand is the exact same thing. So well done. So this I think was one of the blouses you sent me, and all this is after you take our class online, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you do that before you take our class?
No.
Absolutely. So there you go. So I remember this was the first blouse you make in general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first blouse you made. Okay. And this is their first pattern you sent me. And this was your first skirt. So this is just previous thing. Anyway, so just want to kind of show some of the things that she sent me recently, actually. All right. So Veron, how did you find us again?
Donna sent me a link.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to join the beginners class.
There you go. All right, good
and
stuff.
Afterwards, I went on to the advanced.
Yeah, awesome. I remember you very well. Because Donna is actually from Grenada as well. She's actually one of my in-studio students before COVID. And then she joined online with Claudia and Donna as well. And then that's how we connect with Veron. So there you go. So have you been talking to clients? Have you told clients that you like other people beside your family that you could make clothes now? Have you actually, even though it's a skirt, have you made a skirt for a client at least?
No.
Are you scared or?
No, I'm not scared.
Okay. I shouldn't ask that. But anyway, I tell you, promote yourself, right? You pay money. Now it's time to make back the money, right? Do you agree?
Yeah.
There you go. So promote yourself, and I'm always there to encourage you. All righty.
Okay.
Yes, my dear. Thanks for joining me tonight. Okay, so I see.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I see Dawn and someone say okay is on. So I would give the opportunity for you to just say hello if that is okay. We wouldn't be long tonight, but thanks for joining me. So Dawn Fleming, can you kindly unmute yourself?
Hello, good night.
Good night.
This is my first time.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the machine,
Okay, that's fine.
but I did a class already.
Mm-hmm.
It was some years ago, so all what I have learned, it just went out of my head. I don't know much about anything. I can't remember.
You can remember. That's okay.
No, so it come like my first time.
Like your first time. Okay. I hear
Right.
that all the time, so that's okay.
Yeah, so I just here in the class, just watching to see what I could catch, I could do for myself.
There you go. All right, good
Yeah.
stuff. Where are you connecting with us from, Don?
Trinidad and Tobago.
So you're in Trinidad and Tobago right now.
Yes.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for joining me. Excellent.
No problem.
All right, good stuff. Are you on my email list, right? I think you got the link for Zoom tonight because
Yes.
you're on it. Okay, great. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, I did.
Okay, fantastic. All right. So what you could do, Dawn, send me a separate email. Just let me know that
Yes.
this is Dawn that on your Zoom tonight, and actually I'm gonna send you some resource as well. Is that okay?
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, my dear. Thanks for joining me. All right. I see okay. So I don't know who's that. So if you want to unmute yourself briefly and just say who you are, that would be great. And I also see someone else join me again. I think it was Teresa. She didn't connect fully. So the person who said okay, are you able to unmute yourself and just say hello? Maybe, yes, no? So while we're waiting, I'll just put Claudia to just introduce herself in general. And if that person is okay to come on board, that would be great. So Claudia, you're in the hot seat. Just greet.
Hi, everyone. My name is Claudia. I live in Toronto, and I am one of Julie's students. I did the beginners class, and now I'm doing the advanced. So you guys are in good hands. She's very good, teaches very well, explains very well. So don't be afraid. Just go for it.
There you go.
I agree.
All right, awesome. There you go, guys. Just straight and simple. There you go. All right, thank you, my darling. And Claudia does be helping me out big time. So sometimes I'll think, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful. And Claudia is actually one of my family. She's my family side, so we kind of like family in between. So even it's grateful to have one of my family as my student. So there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, my darling. All right, so I see some more people join me on tonight. Oh, Teresa. So Teresa and I don't want to pronounce the name and make a mistake, but Teresa, you was on first. If you want to kindly unmute yourself, let us know where you're connecting with us from, or your sewing journey. I'm not sure exactly who you are, but if you could kindly unmute yourself, that would be great. So Teresa. And there's another person. Okay, go ahead, Teresa.
Yeah, my name is Teresa.
Oh, Teresa.
I live in Toronto.
Hello, my dear.
Hey.
Go ahead.
Well, what should I say?
No, I wasn't sure if it was you. So now I know it's you. That's awesome. So yeah, you could just introduce yourself. You live in Toronto. That's good.
Yes, I live in Toronto, and I fell off the wagon.
Fell off the wagon.
Fell off the wagon at my swim.
Okay. So the reason why I'm laughing now, she was actually one of my second or third sewing students that's way before COVID in 2018. So I know Teresa for a very long time. Thanks for joining me there. A long time I haven't heard from you, but it's good to still see you on tonight. That's why I say, I want to connect with some of my buddies tonight, so I'm very grateful that you joined on. So how have you been doing? Have you been sewing at all though? Just anything?
No, because work is so I go early and come back so late.
Yeah.
One time I got home here like 7:30. So if it
Wow.
was earlier than that, I would have missed it, trust me.
Right. I got you.
So that's the whole thing about it.
It's all good. Well, good to have you back. And you still have your sewing machine. I think you have a Singer machine like the one I always promote, right?
Yeah, I do.
You do. Okay, good stuff.
I do, but I haven't done anything on it for a while though. Serious.
Yeah. I know. You mentioned that to me. Yeah. So Teresa was my in studio, and also you did the skirt class again online with me, right? And that went well.
Mm-hmm.
Have you made more skirts within that time frame?
How much did I make? Maybe 4 or 6 or so.
About 4 or 6, right? From taking one class. You see, that's the beauty, I say, guys, with sewing. Once you learn the skill one, because when I teach you as skills, but again, that skills you can more duplicate that skills over and over, and then save money, make money, and so on and so on. So thank you so much for joining me, my dear, tonight. Alrighty, so again, this is just a sew and chat. I'll just briefly introduce anything, but if anyone want to ask any question, you are free to ask any question at all. For those who are watching me on Facebook in general, because I do have another so I'm seeing someone put thumbs up there, on YouTube, because I am also sharing it on YouTube as well. I'm hoping it coming out clear. The last time it wasn't clear. My name is Jaleese. This is Infinite Modesty Design. I do teach sewing classes. I do teach it online as well, but I recently reopened my sewing studio in Toronto this month in September. And by the grace of God, I have quite a few students in the class. I'm enjoying the classes. We started with simple project first, and as the student progressed and increased more in sewing, they could take more advanced, complex project up to advanced sewing in general. One of the beauty about it is that the students have me in the studio for in studio. And even though you take classes online, guys, I also make sure, I try my best to make sure that you get maximum benefit of my knowledge. Like we have Veron here, who is from Grenada, had no clue of sewing, and of course now she could make her own clothes in Grenada online. So whether you're in studio or online, I try my best to give you maximum benefit of my knowledge, so then you could strive in the sewing and fashion world. Let's go ahead. Let's put it like that. So I do have another person. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but Adeyamo. I don't know if you're gonna unmute yourself briefly. Is it possible for you to unmute yourself briefly? Or you could just put a comment in the comment section below and say hi. And also there's someone that says okay, or by the name of okay. Can you kindly just put a comment? Let us know where you're connecting with us from. That would be wonderful. So anyone have any question at all? So hi, thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate you saying hi. Where you're connecting with us from? Are you in Canada or any part of the world? Just let us know if you like in the comment section as well. Anyone have any question in general? You're from Canada. Okay, great. Thank you so much, my dear, for joining us tonight. Scarborough. All right. Great. Awesome. Any question from anyone at all? If no question, no worries at all. I'm just going to share my screen here. This is a brief overview to kind of show my just to show me around social media generally, not heavily, just generally. I'm not feeling the greatest tonight, but I'm so grateful for everyone is online. How do you train online? So I train online. This is how we online here right now on Zoom. I train through live and video. So that means I record all the videos, and instead of just selling the videos, which I would be selling some of my video eventually, but instead of just selling like the advanced, especially advanced video, I come on Zoom for like an hour and a half to 2 hours roughly. I play the video, students do the work, ask questions, I give them the homework, the task, and then they continue to watch the video during the week and prepare for the next class. So that's how I teach online. It's very interactive. The cool thing is that it's not like you're just watching a video and you're alone. You come on board, there's other students asking questions. And sometimes I record the class, and there is a vault, like a video vault I put you in. I mean, you have access to. So after the class, you could actually rewatch the video of the class, and so on and so on. So that's exactly how I teach online in general. Does that answer your question? Good night, everyone. I'm in Toronto. Thank you so much for that. So I teach both in studio and online, just to let you know. So online I teach as well. Online give me the opportunity to meet more students in general. But again, for in studio, of course, you have me one-on-one, or you have me, sorry, in a group setting in general. So thanks for that question. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna just share my screen generally here for my website for those who might be familiar with my website or may not be familiar with my website. Either or, I'm going to share my website here. So this is us here. I start off with the beginners. So right now I also have a kids class, which I'm going to start to promote as well. But I start off with the beginners class. If you have no clue of sewing, I would always say the beginners class is foundational. That's exactly where you want to start. If you have no clue on sewing. Now, if you're online and you want to do an online class, I do have like hourly session for now until I could test you out to see if online is fit for you. At least that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward, just for a couple months to make sure that I could balance myself well with online and in studio. But in studio, I have it definitely. It's a group class. There is a $50 registration fee for the in studio class. And then $199, so that would make it $249. I also do have a discount right now. You sign up, you get 4 classes, 2 hours per session, and you get to make this is some of the project that some of our students have made on the site itself. So I think someone is on mute. If everyone could kindly mute itself. So this is just a little preview of our studio for some of our students in the studio itself. I think it was our Friday class, I believe. Yes, so this is some of our students in our Friday class, and so on and so forth in general. So the class, right now, this is the standard price for the class. The price will be going up as I go along in general. The days we have for the class is Monday, 11:30. We would change it to 10:30 for the next session. But 11:30 to 1:30 and 6 to 8. So 6 to 8 would stand. And then we have Friday 6 to 8, and we also have Saturday classes 10:30 to 12:30. For now, I have quite a few students. The 1 to 3 p.m., I haven't had much students sign up, so most people is in the morning class for now in general. So that's it. Now, from the beginners level class, you have option. Let's say, someone say, Julius, I'm not ready to move on to intermediate class. You could take as much beginners level class as you want. You move on to the beginners level 2. I would encourage everyone who's taking the beginner level 1 to take the beginners level 2 class, because with the beginners level 2, I teach more in depth. Even though it's a little bit cheaper for now, the price is going up. It's just an encouragement for my students who sign up for my beginners 1 to let them know that at the end of the day, it's always best to take beginners 1, beginner 2. So it's a little bit cheaper to make sure that my students, of course, could see the value. When they see the value of the beginners 2, then of course, maybe they will want to take more classes and so on in general. But the beginners 2, I could tell you, is a very, very intense, not intense, it's a more in-depth class compared to the beginners 1. Because you would learn a lot of things that you have no clue about if you have never taken a sewing course or go to fashion school or whatever the case may be. We'll be going over a lot of in-depth topics in general. All right, for the beginners 2. Now, from the beginners 2, what I plan to do, if the students get really good at beginner 1, beginner 2, and they say, Julius, I'm ready to move on to the next class. I don't want to continue with beginners anymore. No problem. The next level we have, and if they want to continue with beginner, the third beginner I'm planning to do, if they want to do an alteration class, I haven't put it on up here as yet, but I just verbalize it. Let's say they want to do beginner 1, beginner 2, and they don't want to do a skirt or they don't want to do a blouse. They just want to do alteration. I have a student who mentioned that to me. We could open an alteration class in general just for that, because the student maybe I'm not even interested in making skirt or blouse. But again, if you are a person that really want to get deep dive into clothing, you could move on to the intermediate class. That's an option. Or you could move on to the intermediate skirt and blouse class. That's also an option as well. So I would, if I have to pick, or if you have to ask me, okay, which one should I pick next? I would say choose the intermediate skirt and blouse class. Keep in mind it's with a sewing pattern. So at the end of the day, it's not like the advanced class. It's with a sewing pattern. So you will still be limited to measuring yourself and cutting it in general. It just would be with a sewing pattern. So you would understand the sewing pattern. You'll be able to buy a pattern. You'll be able to make something from a pattern in general. Now, this is another option I have here. So from the beginners session 1, session 2, like I said, you could jump to the intermediate skirt and blouse class. Now, if you say, Julius, you know what? Okay, what is your one-day dressmaking event all about? Right? So let's just leave it in limbo right now. What is it all about? I would say, for instance, guys, if you take the beginner 1, the beginner 2, and I say, you know what, Julius, I really want to just dive into a dress itself. I don't want to do the skirt and blouse. I want to go straight to dress. You could take the dress event. It's a 1-day full event. So that means in that 1 day, you'll be able to make a dress. 1 full day. So this is some of my students here. Claudia actually is even on here as well. Let me just pull it up here. So this is the 1-day dressmaking event. I thought this picture would have moved for me. Let me see if I can get it to move. Let's hope I can see it here. Yes, no, move, no, okay. So the 1-day dressmaking event, you give you the opportunity to make this dress here with those lovely ladies in the picture for 1 full day. Now, there is a bonus. I didn't put it on the website. There is a bonus for anyone who decide, okay, no, Julius, let me just take the 1-day dressmaking event. I would credit whatever you pay for the 1-day dressmaking event towards the advanced class. So whatever you pay for the 1-day dressmaking event, you will get that full credit towards the advanced class. So in the advanced class, you don't have to take all these other, skirt and blouse. You would make clothing as how I teach. That's pretty much, that's how, let's say Veron could sew from scratch right now. So basically, that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, so this is the dressmaking event. This is what you'll be making in the dress event. You'll be making a dress. We have band. This is full day, and you would be able to make it in 1 8-hour session. With that, we do provide fabric. So it's African print fabric. We provide free. And then we're also going to have refreshment because it's 1 full day you'll be making for that event. But guys, listen, if you say, you know what, Jaleese, I do your beginners class, your beginners session 1, session 2, and I really just want to dive into making clothes. And I don't want to go through all this, but I want to learn all this. The advanced course is where you would learn everything combined in general. The only thing I would say, always take the beginner 1, the beginner 2, because you would learn what you learn in beginner 2 would help you to understand what I'm going to teach big time in the advanced class. And the advanced class would cover all these classes here in general. That would put everything, because now you're not just making clothes from a pattern. You're learning to measure me. If I say, you know what, Claudia, now I need a dress for you to make me a dress. We should be making dress very soon for me. She'll be able to measure me. She'll be able to cut the dress, and she'll be able to sew the dress without any major concern because she understood it from beginning to end. And then she could make a skirt. She could make a blouse. She could make this dress. Why? Because she go to the advanced dressmaking. To the advanced dressmaking academy in general. So that's what we have in general for now. I have kids classes. The kids classes, I make it into like a 10 weeks class. Okay, kids is different from adults. So I make it into a 10 weeks class where the kids could come for, I think we start in October and we finish sometime in December, 10 weeks. And then this is the price. They pay 1 flat fee. They come every week, I think 1.5 hour class. And once the class is over, then the parents could book another session, 3 months or so session in general for the next couple of weeks. It's for the next couple of months. Lastly, we have one-on-ones. If you want one-on-one classes, it's like $50 an hour. And then we teach you for maybe an hour and 10 minutes in general for one-on-one classes in general. So that's generally what we have right now. We will be having fabric and all those other good stuff as well. In general, for students to buy at our studio, I'll be posting them online in general as well as we go along. So I see someone else join me on board here today. Thank you for joining me. So I don't know if anyone have any questions. Sometimes I know I talk fast, so I don't know if anyone have any question in general, but you could pitch your question if you have any question in general to ask.
A question, Julie. So the fabric that you provide for advanced, is it just African print, or can you bring your own fabric?
You could bring your own fabric, absolutely. You could bring your own fabric. I have African print. I'll be getting more selection, like the ones I have in the store. That's the one I have provide. You can get, I think, 5 or 6 yards. It's covered with the event because I know, like I said, it's one day. I should have other fabric. I'm hoping I get it by the time I launch the first event, because the first event I'm planning to hold it in November for the first dressmaking event in general. But you could definitely bring your own fabric. Absolutely, you had to bring about 5 to 6 yards of fabric. And then if you decide to accept the fabric that we offer, there will be no compensation because you bring your own fabric. But again, you have that option to get our fabric, but it's only African print I have for now. Once I have the next section, at least you will you in class with me again. At least you could see what I have. But once I have more fabric, you will see. But for African print, I have for now. Yeah, for now, that's the only thing I have.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for who else is joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know if anyone have any other question here. So that answered the question, Jackie. Okay, let me see if I could get I want to get everyone on board here with me, not just me showing here. Okay, so I see some other people join me here tonight. Anyone want to introduce themselves? I'm still kind of learning Zoom here, so I'm trying to man over Zoom to take me off from full pin. Remove pin. I don't even know what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. But anyway, for those who joined me here on, let me see who else. I think was Hannah. And there's another person who joined me here again. I think is Manahe. If you guys want to just unmute yourself and say hi, that would be great. I don't have any. Yeah, go ahead.
Good evening,
Good evening,
everyone.
Good evening.
It's the beginner. When it starts in the beginner every time by the online, or starting by online or in person, like with the glass.
Sure. Right now we have in-person classes. It depends on if you're looking for online class. If you're looking for online class, because I haven't really advertised much online, some people just book the 1 hour class with me online. So because I have to test you out online with the machine and all that first before I could set up a class for you or give you a fee. For now, are you looking for online class or are you looking for in-studio class? Or where are you located though?
Looking for online class because I don't able to come the school.
Where are you located?
I didn't able to come to school. I have little kids.
Okay. So if you could just send me an email. Are you on my email list, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you send me an email specifically and we could talk separately? Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, just send me an email about the same question you asked me now.
But I didn't buy
the sewing machine. Yeah, so that would be the first thing we had to make sure you have is a sewing machine.
I don't have the machine, but I will try to.
Okay, no problem. So message me and we could find a time to come on Zoom quickly to talk about the machine. And I think I had talked to you before already, no?
Yes, you remember me, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Because I had a lady who booked the online class and she didn't even have a sewing machine. So we got to make sure we have a sewing machine first before we do that. So yeah, just send me an email and that would be great. Good stuff?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, guys. So anyway, let me just go here. I just have a little to hear everyone's voices tonight. I'm going to ask just a few questions. And then I'm gonna play just a little quick video. That's something that everyone could do even by hands. Even though you don't have a sewing machine, you could just take needle and thread and sew it by hand. You could send me an email with a picture if you want, or you could wait until we connect to our next live, and then we could talk about it in general. But I'm just want to do a quick question and answer session tonight, and I would love everyone to participate. That would be great. And I think it will be fun because we'll be wrapping up in a little bit. So if you don't know the answer, it's okay. And again, it's just we just educating ourselves through sewing. That's all. So can anyone tell me what is notion? If anyone know what is notion, and you have a clue of what is notion, can anyone just tell me what is notion? If you want to raise your hand, if you want to answer the question like that, that would be fabulous. So anyone know what is notion? So we are sewing and
thread.
Go ahead.
Your needle and thread and rulers and.
So Jackie said needle and thread, ruler. Okay. Anyone have a different answer? What is notion? Or has anyone ever heard the term notion before? Let's put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Jackie, yes. So Jackie answered.
Zipper,
Jackie said yes.
Yeah, needle and thread, zippers, stuff.
Okay.
The things that you use in the machine.
All right, good stuff. Mm-hmm. Anyone could second that? At least I want to hear voices. Anyone could second that? Veron, can you second that? Claudia, can you second that if you're still active? Dawn, can you second that? Anyone could second that?
No, I have no idea.
that's what I want to hear voices. If you don't know, just say, you know what, I don't know. So there we hear. We are here to interact tonight. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so you don't know. That's all good. Veron, are you active?
Yes.
You don't remember notion? You have the notes. It's the same notes. Jackie, it's the same notes everyone have. All my students, whether online or in the studios, you have the notes. So yes, Jackie is correctly right. So notion is just a fancy way. Like one of my students said, why all this fancy name? Just say it as it is. So simripper is a notion. Thread is a notion. Zipper is a notion. So all these things is where you're gonna put your garments. You're gonna attach buttons is a notion. All those fancy name. Sorry, this is just a fancy name, as one of my students had mentioned. So those things are called notion, and that you would be adding on to your garment to finish your finishing touch for your garment. Thread is a notion, and so on and so forth. All right, good stuff. Okay, so I want to hear everyone's voices. What are some of their basic sewing tools? Anyone could pitch, guys. What is some of your basic sewing tools? Basic sewing tools.
The sewing machine.
Sewing machine. Okay, there you go.
Thread.
Thread. There you go. What
Fabric.
else? Fabric. There you go.
Rulers.
There you go.
See my thumb.
Scissors.
Scissors. There you go. So all those things is essential for you. Those are your basic sewing tools. You need a scissors to cut your fabric, needles, threads for sure to cut your fabric. Let's say, for instance, you don't have a sewing machine. You could still sew even though you don't have a sewing machine with needle and thread. Don't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. So there you go. All right, so I'm gonna just ask here, what tools? Listen to that question very well. So what tools do you need for no sewing project? So just imagine a project that you don't need to sew. What tools do you need? Or what material do you need in general? What tools, what material? Anything you could think about. Just imagine, guys. So put in an imaginary phase here. You're going to be making a project, but you don't need to sew it with a sewing machine. What tools necessarily do you need? Or what material do you need?
Sewing glue.
Pens.
Okay, so I heard pen. Who said pen? Is it pen?
Dawn. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. You need to mark, exactly.
Pens.
You need a pen, a marking pen.
Too. Yeah.
Yep, I agree. What else? So no sewing tools.
Glue or gum, the interface gum. I know what it is in my head, but
Yep. So
I know
it's
what interfacing.
so sewing glue you're trying to say, Jackie, or interface? Which one?
it's the glue.
The sewing glue. Okay, yep. So that could absolutely, that's one as well. Fabulous. What else? Anyone else? So just imagine, guys, you're not sewing it. There's a lot of things you could use that is you'd use every day. Think
Paper. Drawing. What's it called? Pattern paper.
I'm not looking for that.
Oh, you're looking for that one. Okay.
No sewing tools. What equipment do you need for you? Remember, say you use the pattern paper to cut it to sew. I want a garment. I want something. I want a project. I don't want to show you guys anything. But what do you need to put it together? So yeah, you need probably
thread.
Needle and thread. There you go.
I said that before.
I didn't hear you.
I said that before.
But that's sewing still, right?
Yeah,
You
but
mean
for
sew
no
it not from the machine.
Yeah, that's it. Not from the machine. So
Okay.
no sewing
Okay.
itself. Maybe I should make it more specific. No sewing from the
because
machine.
Okay, because you said no sewing, so I'm thinking no with no.
Okay.
Yeah, we just added. That's why I say glue. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I should be more specific. But anyway, now we get it for sure. So no sewing. Yeah, not sewing on the sewing machine. That's what I should word the question.
Okay.
There you go. So yeah, you need needle and thread. You need fabric. You as Jackie said, glue. You need a marking pencil. So you need scissors. There's a lot of things you need for no sewing on the sewing machine itself, but you could still sew and get your project nicely done.
Yeah.
You could actually sew a dress with needle and thread, right? We all agree with that. Come on, do we all? Yes, absolutely. There was one nursing home I used to work with, and this elderly woman, she couldn't use a sewing machine, but she was sewing beautifully with needle and thread. You could see on her days she used to sew very, very well. So yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna ask maybe 2 or 3 more questions. How do you use a seam ripper? What is the use of a seam ripper? No, first, do anyone know what is a seam ripper? If you know the answer, don't bust it out. I want to see hands. Yeah. Okay, good. So Dawn, I see you unmute yourself. You know what's a seam ripper?
Yes, I do.
All right. So
it's something that it's a tool that you use to unleash thread or unfasten, take down.
Okay, yeah, you're going good. Yeah, you're going good. Anyone else want to add to that, or just generalize to that? Seam ripper. What is the use of a seam ripper? What is it used for?
Because if you make a stitch and it's not even, you can unrip it and use a seam ripper.
Absolutely. All right, there you go. Teresa, you wanted to say something as well? I see you on mute.
Someone said it already.
It's okay. All right, good. So it's the same thing. So basically, Dawn said the exact same thing what everyone else said. But again, thank you so much for everyone's contribution. Fantastic. So a seam ripper is every designer's best friend. Don't you agree with that? Absolutely. You want to throw this thing away, but with a seam ripper, say and then you rip it off and you just redo it again. There you go. So have anyone used a rotary cutter before? Rotary cutter? Anyone know what's a rotary cutter? Have you used a rotary cutter before?
I haven't used it, but I know what it's for.
You know what it's for.
When you're tracing pattern.
A rotary cutter? When you're tracing the pattern?
No. When you cut it, to cut patterns, instead of using like the scissors, you can use a rotary cutter to cut around the pattern. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about the juki one.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Cut them something like a circle or something like that.
So
it's best to cut it with the rotary cutter. The circle.
Yes and no. But I would say, but yeah, your point is wonderful as well, Teresa. But let's say you want to clean, nice cut, push, done, finish. The rotary cutter make life easy. The only thing I have, what is the only downside I have with rotary cutter? Anyone know? Or what is the only downside in general with rotary cutter? Claudia, any idea? What is the downside with using a rotary cutter opposed to using a scissors, for instance?
because it's very sharp and you could lose your finger very easily.
You could definitely
any mistake you make. So,
absolutely. So that's the thing I would say for as a beginner. You always want to practice with the rotary. Practice first. Make sure you know before you think. But the scissors is easier to say, you know what, excuse me, whatever, because at least you would have grace for your finger, but a rotary cutter may not have grace. So there you go. Fantastic. All right. So last question I want to ask is, what was the last question I have here to ask? One more question. How do you sharpen your scissors? Does anyone know how to sharpen the scissors?
No.
Okay, so I hear someone just shout out an answer. What was it, Teresa?
I used to see my mother. She put the scissors down in a bottle, like the neck of a bottle. I don't know if that's the correct way, but that's how I see she used to do it.
Okay.
And sharpen it on the bottle neck or whatever, the mouth or whatever.
The mouth of the bottle. Absolutely. So yes, trust me, I do that the same thing too. So yeah. So yes, you would take it. So this is the mouth of the bottle. You just do it like this on the actual mouth of the bottle, and it actually works, to be honest with you. Sorry, another thing. So thank you for that, Teresa. Another thing again, I heard, I don't know if it actually worked 100%, but I heard you could take newspaper. So the newspaper foil paper, I apologize, and then cut it through. Kind of foil paper is an aluminum. That's the word, aluminum. So you could cut it and it also sharpen. That's what I heard as well. It also helps sharpen as well. And of course you could sharpen it with foil, or you could bring it to the sharpener store, whatever the case may be. But a bottle does work when you do that with the mouth of the bottle. I do sharpen some of my scissors like that, and it kind of works. So there you go. I don't have a definite to say this is how you sharpen it, because at the end of the day, this is just the ghetto style I use, and it actually works. So there you go. There you go.
That's what I do all the time.
Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, so guys, I have a quick video just to show you of a project here, and I think anyone could easily do this project. So let me just pull this up here. It's about 10 minutes and then we're gonna finish. That's it. So I'm hoping.
In this video, we'll be showing you how to make this fabulous hair crunchy. All right, of course, there's various different ways to make the hair crunchy. So the one we'll be making is will be something like this. All right, so the tools you would need your elastic itself. So the elastic itself depends on who you're making it for. You could actually, if it's for a child or an adult, you could the guide itself for the elastic, you could put it around the wrist itself, and then you could just add at least half an inch for the sewing allowance itself. So this is about 9.5 here. So I would use itself a half an inch on both sides to do my seam allowance. Now for the fabric itself, you want to have at least a long piece of fabric. So the length itself would be I have at least 26. You could go longer or shorter if you want. And the width itself, it's about 6 inches in width here. So the width across here is 6 inches. Again, if you want it looking like this, if you want it bigger, more fluffier, you could actually go longer. If you want it smaller, and so on and so forth. All right, so the first thing we're going to do here, we're going to take our fabric here, right side spacingly, and we will turn it like this. So right side's touching the right side, so just like this. All right, so I'm going to just take a pin and tuck it in the middle here. Now, if you're comfortable itself, because you don't have to put pin itself, you can just put it right sides to right sides. And if you are still a newbie, I would encourage you to get some pins itself and to pin it down all the way down here. So the next thing I'm going to do here is to make a guide. I love to work with guides. So I am going to take 2 inches here from the end of here to here, and I mark my 2 inches here. So I hope you've seen that very well there. And then I'm going to do it for the other end, same thing, 2 inches here. So that will be my guide. All right, so my 2 inches guide right here. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is to go on my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew half an inch down from here. All right, so here, half an inch down from here, all the way down to here. So I'm not going to pass my guide itself. All right, so once you've done that, it would come out looking like this. All right, so I have half an inch here, all the way down, half an inch here, and then I have this opening here. All right, so I have this 2.5 inch, sorry. So 2.5 inch, not half an inch. That's 2.5 inch itself. So 2.5 inch opening, I apologize. 2.5 inch opening on each side, all right? And then I have half an inch here, seam allowance, all right? So the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do now is turn. So I would turn this because this is the one I would actually make here. But this is how it would be when it turns. When it turns itself, it would be like this. But I'm going to just turn this so you can see how easy it is. You take a pin and put on this end and you just push it down like that. So it's very, very easy to turn. So let's push it down. There's also a turner, which I do have a turner. But if you don't have a turner itself, you will just get a pin and you just push it down. So just push the pin down, and eventually you will get it on the other side. So that's what we're gonna do here. All right. All right, so once I've done on the other side, then I just pull it down. Okay, now you can go ahead and iron it again, but I would not go ahead and iron it right now. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do here now, so I'm gonna move these aside. I want to bring my sewing machine here now. And we are going to sew this down. So let me show you what we're going to do here. I'm going to take this here. So here and here. And we are going to sew it down. So I'm just going to put a pin to kind of keep here stable. All right, so we're just going to sew this down across. That's the opening. Just sew it end to end. And then we're going to go on our machine, and again, we're going to do another 1/2 inch stitch from here down to here. Okay, so we're just going to take our first pin out right here. All right. Take your time. So my machine. Okay, so if it go a little bit off from the 1/2 inch, no big deal. All right. Okay. Okay, so that is done here. So the cool thing is that we're almost done. It's such an easy project to make, and you just need a little bit of scrap. Okay, so that's pretty much it here. So the next thing we're gonna do here is to take our elastic here. So I have 2 pins, one on each end. So I'm gonna put a pin here for this one, and I'm gonna push this down again. So the same thing what we did the push down earlier. Just gonna push it down, and the one reason you want to have the pin on the other end is just the elastic is of course is smaller than the fabric, so you don't want the elastic to lose when you're pushing the pin in. So one end would be pinned down, and the other end would be on the other side. And voila, there you go. So the only thing you just have to be careful that when you take out the pin, you don't lose the elastic. All right, so this is what I have here. And I would make sure that my elastic is like this. Now you could go ahead and do it like this. And you just go 1/2 inch. Or, you know, or you could do it like this. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do it like this. Just gonna pin it here. Now I'm gonna go on my machine, and I'm gonna try to do a zigzag stitch a couple times back, front and back. So here. Right, I'm gonna change my my machine here to zigzag because I just want to zigzag the elastic. Right, let's change it here to zigzag. If you don't have zigzag, don't worry about it. Just do back and forth. All right, then I'm gonna bring it here. Try to push it in the back here so you can see very well. All right, and I'm gonna put my press foot down and put my pin down. Then I'm gonna try to take out I put my needle down, sorry, and then I'll try to just take out the pin because I don't want to lose my elastic. I don't want to lose, right? Okay, so now Good. So I'm just gonna sew front and back. Get the elastic going. So basically, I'm just sewing the elastic a couple of times so it could be tight. Because remember, I want you to seal it. You don't want the elastic in the head crunchy to bust out, right? So what I do. So it's not perfect, but you'll get the idea, right? It's very, very, very tight. Then you just trim out all your loose threads. Last straw now to get everything going. You could take a needle and a thread if you want and just close the hole here. I will just use the machine. But what I'll do just to keep kind of get it stable, I'm just going to put a pin here. All right. And don't worry if everything didn't come out straight, it's okay. If you wear it in your hair or your hand or wherever you want to wear it, it's fine. So you just, the goal is just to close this, just to close the hole here. So you do a little thin stitch from here. You could also get, I'm going to get a black thread, but you could get a white thread or a thread that actually blend everything down. That's pretty much it. Okay, so I'm going to take here. I'm going to also take off my zigzag because I don't want there to be the zigzag. I want it to be straight. It's a nice straight stitch. So I'm going to pick up my first pin, make sure I have my thing. So just sealing the edge. That's pretty much what you're doing. That's all. Just sealing the edge. All right. Just sealing the edge together. That's it. Okay, done. Okay, so voila, we're done. So again, you could always get a thread that could match it up nicely. So that's pretty much your hair crunchy. See?
Okay, guys. So, yep, that's it. So see how simple that project is, and you could do it with needle and thread. So definitely, that would be a project I would be expecting some of our students who probably have not touched the sewing machine for a while to just get some needle and thread and sew yourself a simple hair crunchy. Does that sound good? Yeah? Anyone?
Yes.
Teresa? Yeah?
Yes, it do.
Dawn, seeing that you don't have a machine, you can still do that. Yeah, needle and thread. Get some elastic.
Yes, no problem.
There you go. There you go. Awesome.
I just want to ask one question.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
How wide is the elastic?
I think I had it from 5 inches. You could go 5 inches, 4 inches. You could go as broad as you want or as small as you want. Depends on how how statement you want the elastic to be. I think that the length I had it was 22. You could go 24 length.
20.
Wheat is the length you want, the wheat. What did I answer? Did you want the length or the wheat?
Well, give me the length and the width.
The length and the width.
The elastic.
Okay, so the length, I think I had about 22. I'm gonna also drop this video in the chat, and I might send it maybe in an email later on as well, for anyone who probably want to make one. But the length I think is 22 or 24. You could go 25 as well, and then the width is the width you could go 5 inches, 4 inches, 2 inches. You could go as wide or as broad as you want in general. Good stuff.
Okay.
All right. You're welcome. All right, guys. So if there's any other question, you are on my email list. You could send me an email in general. And if you're in my class, definitely we'll see on the next class. And again, you could always shoot me an email, guys. You could always send me an email, or you have my text message. You could always say, Julissa, have a question. Text me a question. Text me your question, and I'll try my best to answer as on point as I can. Thank you so much again for joining me tonight. Once again, my name is Julissa, and this is Infinite Modesty Design. Good to see you, Dawn. Good to see you, Teresa, Veron, Claudia, Jackie, and okay, there you go. Thank you for joining me, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. My studio is located, sorry guys, I was actually more on Zoom. So good night. And my studio is located in Toronto. I would definitely send a message on Facebook for everyone who had asked the question on Facebook. But it's 2965 Islington Avenue. Is it? It is in Toronto. 2965 Islington Avenue. Thanks for asking the question, Royal 77. I will send you a message as well on YouTube. Take care, guys. Bye bye.